If you're a streamer and you want a big community, you're going to want to listen to this. But first, my name is Steve Smith, this is TQA Weekly, and let's talk about some of the most difficult things for streamers to do, which is augment the amount of eyes on our work. Basically, increase the size of our communities online. And the issue is that many of the platforms are so congested and aren't friendly to new talents at all. So how does one get a bigger audience in the first place in a place that's not necessarily friendly? Well, one of the options is to stream to multiple platforms at the same time, but there's an obvious problem to this solution. Many programs don't play nice to streaming to multiple places at the same time, considering the overhead required for such a thing, and there is a bandwidth concern because we're going to be streaming multiple times the same content over the internet. So in some cases, it's either hard, difficult, or impossible to multiply the amount of bandwidth being used. And of course, there is all of the other stuff about handling multiple programs and chats all at the same time that becomes difficult. However, there is a solution to this. This solution is called Restream.io, a service that restreams to multiple platforms at the same time live, currently set at 30, and all you're required to do is stream once to their service and they restream it multiple times to services that you have already designated in your account. Now, a lot of you already know that I use XSplit Broadcaster as an application, and if you're using the latest version 3.0, there's even an output plugin that allows you to easily use Restream.io as part of the program. Now, if you go into the show notes of this show at tqaweekly.com/SE7EP42, you will even find a support page that allows you to connect all of the other applications to Restream.io. Using the Restream.io website is easy. The process only requires linking of your accounts to be able to stream to each of the service. The same thing for the Restream plugin for XSplit Broadcaster. All you have to do is log in and tweak the settings to your own desire for your stream. If you're already using XSplit or other applications and you've been using it for a while, you probably already know what the settings are going to be for your streams. But the question that's going to be out there for a few people is, well, if I'm streaming to multiple services, how do I know what people are saying, considering that we're now streaming through them as opposed to directly to a single service? Well, for those trying to figure that one out, Restream.io also has a chat feature that allows us to open multiple instances of the chat, allowing us to see the chat of multiple different websites that we are streaming to at the same time, allowing us to be more interactive with people across multiple networks as opposed to a single network where we are currently streaming. This allows us to have a bigger community over multiple platforms, allowing us to stay connected with a larger group. And who knows, maybe some of your followers from one platform will migrate to other platforms at the same time. I hope you liked this episode, so like it, dislike it if you didn't, share with those that you think benefit from this, and don't forget to subscribe. And if you have questions, comments, suggestions for topics, email me at ask@tqaweekly.com or go to my website, tqaweekly.com. If you want to support the show, become a patron of the show. Go to patreon.com/tqaweekly, and patrons get this episode and others 24 hours in advance of everyone else. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.